Alrighty. We are back! Back at it. We're going into hardcore episode number 2. So, if I remember correctly, last time we got a warning about the Aurora exploding soon. And so I'm pretty sure the ship is gonna explode today. Oh. Is it just me, or is my... I mean, obviously you wouldn't be able to tell because, um, you know, this is a recording, but I feel like my sensitivity is higher. Alright, so since we have... Oh, do we not have... Propulsion gun. Wiring kit, battery, titanium. Wiring kit, battery. Alright. That's enough for a wiring kit. We need some copper. And titanium. The reason I want a propulsion cannon is because it's just a little bit more convenient than trying to parkour around the ship, because we're gonna do some ship exploration today. Or at least prepare for it. Oh. Don't chase me. Did I end up getting the laser cutter? I did. That's good. Alright, I'm gonna need 2 of those. I don't think I need any sulfur right now. So, I don't need to grab that. Yeah, I want to get a propulsion cannon. I'm also gonna have to get the radioactive or radiation-proof armor. Armor? No. Swimsuit. Yeah, because I like compressed all of my titanium last time because I just had so much. Alright. Alright. Come on. Also, give me fishy. We'll grab a little bit more copper and titanium. Just because it's useful. What a sigma. Yeah, I wanna... Also, it won't be visible, you know, like this will be outdated pretty soon, because I'll have updated it, but right now the thumbnails for these videos are pretty bad. They're super simple, and so I think I'm gonna get new thumbnails. That's pretty good. Is there... F11? Okay. Okay, I got a screenshot. That'll work for the thumbnails. Now I also know I can do this. So now, because I thought the screenshot would be saved in a way that I could easily access it, but now I realize I have to do this. So I go here, this, share. So now it's actually saved to my computer. So I can use that one. I can use both of those for various thumbnails. Because my original thumbnail was just like, the text gets obscured. It doesn't look very good. So I didn't make the propulsion cannon yet because... Why? Why didn't I make that yet? I'm ready to make it. Okay. Propulsion cannon. I think I have basically everything I need except for Wheat Vine to make the lead insulated swimsuit. I think it just requires one fiber mesh, but it might require two. But either way, it shouldn't be that bad. Because I can just go out and get some more. It's pretty accessible. Propulsion cannon gives me the ability to navigate much easier throughout the ship, because there's a bunch of stuff that's locked off and blocked by big piles of garbage, so being able to shoot that, pick it up, shoot it out of the way, very useful. It'll also be very useful against the guys. Oh, I keep forgetting what I should be doing. I don't like that this is how the game works, but if I want to be really efficient with my batteries, what I should be doing is actually using depleted batteries for crafting, because it effectively charges them, even though I would prefer if it wasn't like that. So I need lead, fiber mesh. Let's get working on vehicle bay. So I need silicone rubber and 2 batteries. And then let's take, what's our most depleted battery? Scanner. Yeah. So now we got 2 batteries. And now we just need to go grab those. Nope. Wrong thing. One of these. Yeah, there's a lot of weird things about like the crafting in this game that I really think could be really well expanded upon in sequels and whatnot. Okay. Lube. I also need... Do I have any spare... Doesn't look like it. The rubber, or whatever it is. Yeah, like for example, to craft this vehicle bay, mobile vehicle bay, it requires a battery. Oh, here it is.
Emergency. A quantum detonation has occurred in the Aurora's drive core. The reactor will reach a supercritical state in T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Perfect. I love that shit so much.
This is Avery Quinn, Trading Ship Sun. Aurora, do you read? Over.
Alright, I need one more fiber mesh.
These Altera ships. They run low on engine grease, send an SOS, you offer to help, they don't pick up. Aurora, I'm out on the far side of the system. It's gonna take more than a week to reach your position. Do you still need our assistance? Over.
Yeah.
I'll try them again tomorrow. Damn charter's gonna have us blowing our credits running errands for Altera. See what the long-range scans pick up in the meantime.
For your convenience, the radiation suit has been added to your blueprint database.
We're just gonna leave that there for now, because it takes up a bunch of storage space. And then, okay. All I need is 2 lead, 2 fiber mesh. I think I need 4 titanium for a storage container, so let me just grab some. Because right now I have a bit too much stuff. And, you know, none of it is stuff I necessarily want to get rid of. I know technically I could just get rid of it, it'd be fine, but you know. I could also store it on the ground or in the water more accurately. But I'd rather have it be safe. Is that 4? Nope. Yeah, I genuinely think that, like, this sort of gameplay with Factorio-style automation and base building and defense, where, like, you kind of have, like, you either have to be, you know, oh, you either have this, like, you know, really intense exploration you do on your own, or you spend a bunch of time collecting resources so that robots do it for you. I think that would be very fun. Waterproof locker. There we go. I'm gonna edit and I'm gonna say bladderma. Can you tell that I like Ligma Balls jokes? Don't need that, and we don't need all those. I normally would be pretty stingy about... Hey! What did I do? Normally I would be very stingy about what I allow myself to bring onto the Aurora for the sake of storage space, but because I don't care about cosmetics, the only things that matter are the food and water and medkits. So...
This is Officer Keenan, Light Pod 19. The captain is gone. I have assumed command. The last thing the captain did was give me coordinates for dry land. We regrouped 1.5 kilometers southwest of the
So now we equip the radiation helmet. Do we have space to leave this behind?
Rendezvous coordinates corrupted. Transmission origin coordinates downloaded.
We'll take one bladderfish. Just in case. I think there is some laser cutting. I know there's some repairing, and I know there's a lot of scanning. So, I think what I'll do actually, I'll take another bladderfish, but like my laser cutter, I'm gonna just take the battery out. Because the only real things I need batteries for is what I'm actively using. So, yeah, like this right here. You're not getting the battery. I want to, like, deplete batteries one at a time is the idea. Rather than having a bunch of them be depleted in succession. Succession? A TV show? Yeah. So, let's go. I don't think there's anything else I need. I'll need water, because there's a lot of filtered water on the ship. So, I could just drink up there. Food is also not a problem. Yeah. Yeah, I think... I don't actually know if I'll enjoy Factorio, but I do really want to play it because I've never really played an automation game. And I've watched a lot of videos about it. It looks really cool, but... And, like, I like the idea of a version of Subnautica that includes automation, but I don't even know if I would enjoy that as a player, so... Because I've never really played a game that has really serious automation. The closest thing is, like, Minecraft, But all that automation is very, like, unintended. Like, the game developers didn't code the game in such a way where you're intended to produce chicken farms that automatically give you eggs. Like, they gave you mechanics that allowed you to do that kind of thing. Don't get me wrong, but, you know. In Factorio, it's built from the ground up, where automation is not strictly required, but highly expected. So, I just haven't played a game like that, ever, so. We don't really need anything. If resources that we can get in other places are, for the most part, not worth to get from here. Because even though there are some cool things, it's like titanium, we can get that anywhere. But like the food and water is nice though, because it is kind of a pain in the ass to farm for distilled water. And monsters. This is part of the reason why I brought the propulsion cannon, because even though it's not the most effective against larger creatures, it's, you know, it's doable.
The Aurora's radioactive fallout will have devastating effects on the
we're actually gonna go in the back way.
in the next 24 hours.
Or technically the front way, if you think about it. We're gonna go the way that I usually don't go. Is there a way to like loop back around? Yes, there is. Okay. So it's grab item, and then shoot. Grab. Okay, I figured it out. Oh right, I need a fire extinguishing. Are there any extinguishers out here? I know there's like more than enough extinguishers to get everything on the ship in total, but I don't know exactly where they all are. I will just like fully extinguish stuff that's in the path, because I don't know if fires reignite and respread if you don't fully put them out, but I'm not really in the mood to figure that out, you know what I mean? And this is an example of one of those things where I could look up the code here, but I'd rather just rely on the code in game 6483. 6483. 6. I love how hard it is to type. 6483. Like most people, I feel like would instinctively be like, oh, it's so annoying to try and type in this game, but I feel like that's kind of the point. Oh, I love the hive mind of Strader 6. Yeah. Water. I don't think there's anything worth scanning in here. Oh. Propulsion cannon. That's pretty cool. Alright, so now we need laser cutter. You can see how it's a little bit more maintenance required to have a bunch of separate, to like share one battery, but you can see how I'm draining one and then I can get rid of it or use it in crafting rather than constantly having to craft new batteries. It's a little bit inefficient in the short term, but I do think it's a little bit better in the long term. Alright, I don't have a battery in there. Yeah, it's not great in like panic situations, so I'm not gonna do it for very long. Like once I get a base with a battery charger, then I'm gonna do away with that shit pretty soon, pretty quickly. This is a section that has a flashlight. I always struggle to find it. even though it's on, so it should be really easy to... Oh, it's not on. Never mind. But yeah, there it is. And I think it even comes with a... No, it doesn't come with a battery, but you know, it's pretty easy to get a battery for it. And then I think there's also a fire extinguisher down here, but yeah, we'll grab it. But it's not like that useful. Now this is where the scanning is really important. Can we... Hello? There we go. Because over here is prawn suit. Prawn suit's probably one of my favorite vehicles in gaming. It's not perfect. I do think that like the way that the grappling hook works versus the boosters feels really unbalanced. Like the boosters are dog shit, but then the grappling hook is really powerful and it just feels really like discordant. Where it's like, why is this so powerful but the other one sucks? But that being said, it's still awesome. Also, they're like, oh, you gotta put out the fires and get rid of the debris to get up there. I'm pretty sure I can just do it like this. Walk up here. It's a little bit annoying, but it's not too bad. And this is where all of our filtered water is. Thirsty, thirsty. Nutrient blocks, not super useful. Because, like, I think, like, what I like to do is, whenever I leave, like, a time capsule, I want to include at least 2 nutrient blocks, so that if someone finds it, they get, like, something worthwhile, but, you know. And then this section is mostly just scans, but I do think, again, like, I want to scan things. Besides, I might want to, like, customize my base a little bit. Download. Keep calm. Yeah, normally I try to collect everything in here just out of, like, do you ever get collector's anxiety? Massive open world games. That's a Point Crowd joke. But yeah, basically, I would just be like, oh, I need to get everything, but then I never use it. So, like, I might come back if I really want a picture for my room, but I don't think that's gonna happen. First aid kits, water, those are useful. I will almost certainly be using them. Batteries are great. But yeah, natural selection 2 poster, don't give a fuck. Cabin 5 is nothing. I can't remember how to get into cabin 1. How do you get into cabin 1? I think there's a code somewhere around here. Alright. Let's extinguish that one door. Battery. Yeah, you can see it's still a pretty packed inventory, but not nearly as bad as if I was trying to grab literally everything. Like these carry-alls cost 4 spots, or more accurately, they take up 4 spots, and so it's really hard to get all of those. What is this on the bed? Altera. It's just a little folder. Okay, so now if I go to clues, codes and clues, public documents, no, operation logs, cabin 1, because I know the captain's quarters is where you get the Neptune, but I don't remember how to get into cabin 1. I think maybe it's somewhere else. and that's kind of why you're supposed to go through it front to back, not back to front. Alright, 0% battery. Let's go. Because the idea is that I can just throw those away if I need space. Because the 0% battery is basically garbage. Like, unless I'm deep in the ocean with the Cyclops, I don't need to worry about keeping batteries. I can just grab
Integrating new PDA
a
data.
copper and 2 acid shrooms, and then immediately get one. As long as I'm anywhere near a fabricator and the safe shores. Safe shallows? Safe shallows. So now we do this. Oh, not a 0% battery. It's a little bit annoying, but makes sense. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna do this series, and then I might not do Factorio immediately. I think I'm gonna like wishlist it on Steam, because I use Steam for most of my games, mostly out of habit, just because like my dad uses Steam because like all the games that he played when he was like into gaming really hard when he was younger were all on here. So, you know, I just kind of was like, oh, okay, I'll get it too. Yeah, I was a little kid. And all that being said, though, like, it's not like a great platform, but it's convenient to have it all centralized. There we go, depth module. Yeah. I do think one of the things I really hope for in a new Subnautica is potentially some sort of either more randomization or like a randomized option, like some sort of roguelike mode where the entire world is much less predictable. Alright, here it is. This is the little like mini game. I actually really enjoy this section just because of how straightforwardly like just a little challenge it is. It's like it's a ocean, you know, it's a flooded room that has a bunch of leaks, and there's little leeches in there. You gotta be careful. It's like, you know, it's a version of like progression gating that I find really engaging, because now I can visit this area and the nearby areas without, you know, I can bring the rebreather, I can bring a still suit, reinforced diving gear, that kind of stuff, and it's like it's just also like fun to swim around and repair stuff, especially like when you're first doing this, you're like, oh shit, I need to help the nearby wildlife, and then you start getting bitten and you're like, oh shit, don't you understand, I'm trying to help you, I'm trying to help you. They don't understand. And for that you must die. Further, okay. That's the last 2. Over there. There's 2 here. Yeah, I love this game. I like still have really vivid dreams, like, pretty regularly about this game's universe, because it's so beautiful. It's so complex. It reminds me a lot of like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, where they just spent so much time on world building, and it works. Like, it genuinely makes you feel immersed in the world. Climb? Okay. Yeah, it's a really good game. Very fun. And I'm super excited for the next installment, because like a lot of people have said like Sub-Zero was kind of bad, and while I don't necessarily fully agree with that, I do think it was good in some ways. I do think it was very lackluster in the ways that mattered. Like, they introduced a gimmick, but then the gimmick was kind of mid, and they tried to do some like story stuff, but the story stuff was kind of mid. That's kind of like the oh. That's kind of like the story of this whole like franchise is like they started off with a really good idea, and then it's like, you know, they did a lot of really good things with it, but there's some stuff that's just a little bit mid. Also, collector's anxiety, go away. I'm just gonna eat the nutrient blocks. Look. Lose a nutrient block, gain a nutrient block. Shoot block on my nutrient till I eat. And then, you know, I can just put a dead battery in there. So, it's got something. Oh, you can just unlock it from that side. That's kind of cool. I assumed you would have to go around. I have a shit ton of med kits, so I guess I'll use one. Now I'm all topped up on all my resources. Oh, and this is why we bring this thing.
Aurora systems are running on local reserve power, unable to remotely download.
I already
black box
downloaded the
data.
black box data. Yeah. I feel like this thing was just like, they saw Half-Life 2 and were like, we need to include that in the game. Oh, don't do that. Oh, you can propulse a beacon. That's pretty cool. There we go. So you could take a beacon, like name it, and then shoot it out somewhere. I'll take that. Thanks for the data.
Integrating new PDA data.
Yeah. I like the way they give you a tutorial for... oh yeah, sweet offer 1869. Sweet offer. But isn't like literally offering the sweet? Guy in freaking robot suit. You don't want to play catch? Come by cat. Oh. I thought he was like actually offering his sweet, so it was like homonym joke.
Integrating new PDA data.
Pun. I don't have any inventory space, so I don't think I'll take that. But I will use up some extinguishment. Okay, and now I do have another fresh one. I can do this. A little bit more. I can get a few more slots because I have like this. Oh, this does have a battery. But like this one, I can fill it with a battery. Fire extinguishers really aren't worth it in the long term, but like I'll gladly do this. Drop. Grab the water. Okay, and then there's a... Where's the... Oh my god, don't burn ma. Don't burn ma. Don't burn ma! Don't burn ma? Okay. Alright. I don't think there's anything around.
Caution. Scans show the digestive tracts of nearby life forms contain Human
Yeah,
tissues.
I find it funny that they like very much intended you to go this way. Like it's like so obvious when you go through it in reverse that like all the cues and like all the audio cues are wrong. It's like, why are you telling me this only now? Why are you telling me this only now?
Fire suppression equipment and laser cutters may
It's
be
not
required.
like a serious critique. Like how dare they not expect you to go the wrong way? You know, that's fine. I wouldn't. You know, that's not something that needs to be like you know, that's a pretty low level concern. But I will say, it's a fucking scary ass game. There are a lot of things that like I consider like the way in Sub-Zero, the way like the whole temperature mechanic only matters when you're not in the water. Like it just kind of takes away a lot of the allure of the game. Like I thought the whole point was that I would have to manage more things, but I don't. Uh Technically this is like a story location that I found early, but like it's not a island. I do think there is something down here. Isn't there something like below it? Doesn't look like it, never mind. Well, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. So, with all these resources, the main thing I'm now gonna start working on is probably a base. I want to start exploring the jelly shroom caves, but to do that, I'm gonna need a vehicle. I'm gonna need some sort of system to charge my batteries and all that. Oh, speaking of which, it's my lowest one. Remove. Let's just like drop this for a bit and then change it to the 12% battery. I just want to use up, you know. I should check this. Just in case there's anything worth scanning. And there is. Nuclear waste disposal. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, that's another thing that I feel like the way that there's like such awesome and complicated power systems makes me feel like they kind of easily could have done automation. Like the high energy outputs possible almost like makes you think that the game was expecting you to have something that requires a crazy amount of energy. And the thing that they're expecting you to do is, like, use the Cyclops, use your ships and stuff, but, like, it doesn't require that much energy. Okay. Back on the ship.
Aurora, this is Sunbeam again. We just picked up a massive debris field at your location. I didn't know how many of you... I didn't know.
Okay.
We're now en route to your location. We're gonna bring you home.
Thanks,
Sunbeam.
bub. Alright, wiring kit and computer chip and a battery.
The only time I parked a rig this big on a rock that small was in VR. And I blew it. It's a bad option, alright, but so are all the others.
I don't have the silver for that. But I should be able to do this. But I don't have the copper! Okay. Yeah, that's kind of like the struggle of this game, is that you're constantly like, okay, I got a bunch of materials. never mind. I actually do have things I need in here. Alright, I forgot there's like a swap feature. So I can take this and swap it with one of those. So now I can create copper wire. And then all of my battery things are filled. I kind of don't give a fuck about this anymore. I don't think there's any fire extinguishing. And if I do need fire extinguishing, I can just use the fucking... It's like 1 titanium or some shit, so... But I need table coral. Yeah, I really like the crafting in this game. And I think that, like, the way it's set up, where crafting is kind of tedious and like, kind of requires you to do a little bit more than it, like, feels what should be necessary to, you know, navigate a system like this. It makes me feel like I just want to have a robot do all this for me. Okay, so now we have computer chip, wiring kit,
New blueprint acquired.
and then habitat builder. Now we don't have the... Oh, I don't think I used the right battery. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I'll pick that up. But yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of resources. Alright, let's do this. Oh, I can't build a prawn suit right now because it takes aerogel, and I don't have aerogel materials. So instead, let's unpin that. Let's build a sea moth. We have the titanium for it, which is good. Let's... So, all of my tools are now 100% battery. And then this 0% battery, you're done. You're out of here, kid. So what we want is... Oh, we actually don't have titanium ingot anymore. We use that up. Lead. And then... glass, lubricant, titanium ingot. Okay. Okay. I don't think... We might have a little bit of something in here. No, we don't. Okay. Let's go on a journey of discovery. So let's get the glass and lube first. Hello. Oh, look at that. Oh, okay. Oh, scary. Alright. I was like, it doesn't even take a thing, but it does. Did I drop my battery? Did I drop it? Yes, I did. Can I scan this? No. Okay. So now I need to find quartz. which might be in the big tube. Let's just get the gold or the quartz first. That's the 4 quartz. Yeah, I really like the crafting. I really like it. I also really enjoy the mods that make like the crafting harder because the crafting is pretty easy. But
This is Life Pod 7. Coordinates attached. Pod is structurally sound, but the fabricator's bust.
right when
Requesting
that happens.
assistance. 7 out.
Signal coordinates corrupted. Approximate transmission origin recorded to data bank.
Wait, let's. Oh, I don't give a fuck about the. I don't need the lead suit anymore. Yeah, I think I'll just grab some metal and then use that to create another lockbox. What the Sigma? That's not really the place to find metal. Oop. We only have 1 slot left. Here, let me find scannable. There we go. I'm gonna drink water and then I'll have 2 slots for that. Yeah, I'm like, oh, I gotta do things so I don't have to worry about, you know, I'm trying to avoid my collector's anxiety, but like, I could just dump all this shit, you know? Like, magnetite can be annoying to get, but like, gold is never hard to get. Gold is so... Like, the only time you need a lot of gold is for power transmitters, and you very rarely use power transmitters. Okay. Alright, unequip that. So now we can do this, and where's my first one? There we go. So that one is bladder, and then this one can just be heal plus water. So I'm putting my first aid kits in there, water, and then nutrient box. Yeah. Consumables would probably be a better term. Sustenance, mayhaps. But now I just need to get a bunch of titanium. Now, fun fact, if you really need a bunch of titanium, one of the best places to find it is actually this biome with the creep vine, because the stalkers will carry it over to a little nest. Like, they make nests of metal scrap. And it lets you get a shit ton of it. And in the same way, you can actually kind of intentionally find a stalker and then use them to create a bunch of teeth. That's 10, right? 4, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So yeah, the reason I want to sea glide is so that I'm not going to be exposed in the middle of the jelly shroom caves, because they are a tiny bit dangerous. That's not true. They're actually very dangerous, and I also, oxygen is very difficult to get down there, and I don't want to just have to bring a million stuffs to do that. Okay, so now we can build this. Boop, boop, boop. We got everything we need, so let's build this.
The Seamoth is a fast, safe mode of transport, but remember that swimming is good for your glutes and endorphin levels.
Pretty sure I got rid of all my dead batteries, right? Okay. Alright, so now you are going to be the way that I get around, for the most part. But before we do all that, let's prepare adequately. For this mission, I need to do a lot of scanning, but I also need some self-defense. So, propulsion cannon, probably unnecessary. Double bladderfish seems excessive. So, is there anything in here that I want to bring? I'll bring one nutrient block. But double bladder fit, yeah. I'd like to bring an extra med kit, which would be nice. Definitely want to bring a beacon. Don't need a habitat builder. Here, let me move this around. So this is bladderma. So I'm just gonna fill this with bladderfish. And then this is gonna be water and meds. There we go. And then the excess can go here. Okay. Much more efficient. So now we can put this here. And we only need one nutrient block. I don't need the habitat builder, but I do want its battery. No, I don't need the battery. Flashlight, habitat builder. Repair tool's good. I don't think I need the laser cutter. I don't think I need Reggie. Don't need fire extinguisher. I'll take the propulsion cannon just because it can be useful and it also has a battery. It's better than the radiation helmet. That's pretty good. Okay. And now let's go over to the Jelly Shroom Caves and start exploring. I'm also gonna set my sea moth to something not blue. Okay. So we're looking for this. Oh, needs laser. Oh, well, I guess I'll bring my laser with me. Laser. And then we can put one of these excess batteries away. And we can also unload all this stuff. Because we're only going to need one battery at a time. And then that means I get to recover this beacon, which is nice. It's always great to recover beacons. I wish there were more armor upgrades. Like, I understand, if I remember correctly, the reason why this game doesn't really have, like, combat and weapons is because it was, like, a political statement on, like, because it was, like, this game is set in the future, and the idea is that, like, you know, ideally in the future, we don't need things like weapons. And while I'm down with that, I'm like, hell yeah. I do think that, like, it kind of limits the game in a way that it can work, but if they want to continue the series, like, they need to come up with more interesting ways of interacting with wildlife, because obviously violence is a very compelling game mechanic. You know, it's like having like weapons and fighting the monsters is really fun, and so I think that they need to focus more on different ways of interacting with monsters, like encouraging, like, you know, having more situations where decoys and stuff are important. Lightweight high capacity tank, that's really good. And by that I mean I don't think I'm ever gonna actually craft that. Do I already have mod station? No. laser cutter. Laser cutter behind a laser cutter door. I really don't need all this titanium, so I'll keep what I got. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else worthwhile in here. Well, the good thing about traveling with a sea moth is that it means that you don't need to worry so much about oxygen. Like you can see here, it provides oxygen. Did I grab the... No, I didn't. Like, that's one of the things I also think feels a little bit incomplete, like the way that, like, the sea moth has lights and produces oxygen, but, like, those systems don't really require electricity. So, yeah. Jelly Shroom Cave. Go. And I brought the repair tool specifically... Oh, I didn't bring the depth module. Well, luckily these caves aren't too deep, and I don't even really need to bring this thing in. It's just that provides a safe spot to return to. Because as long as I have some medkits, I should be able to survive those guys. What the Sigma? Where is the Tagasi habitat? Time to do some exploring. I think it's actually this way. I'm scared. Because each one of these jelly shrooms can have, or at least the big ones, can have heals. I'd rather not get grabbed by them. Yeah, this place is scary. Don't kill me. I love those. They're like not quite loaded in correctly. Okay, not looking like I know where I'm going, I suppose. Let's... Oh. No, that's just coral. Oh, no, this is something. I have bladderfish. So, this is something I've already explored. I think I've been spotted. Oh my god. I'm so scared of these creatures. Alright. Bam! So where was that? I was just at. Right there. So there's one there, one here. Hey. Don't see me. Is it this way? Hi, buddies. Oh? Yeah, I totally forgot about the, I totally forgot about the fucking depth upgrade. Okay. I don't think there's anything here that's useful to me.
Integrating new PDA data.
In terms of, like, figuring out where the thing is. Alright. This place is fucking scary. Oh boy. Hi, friends. Oh my god. Scary. Okay. Oh boy. That shit scares me so bad. I do know that there's something down here, but I'm gonna have to upgrade or equip the upgrade to actually get it. So I think actually what I'll do is say episode here is over. But next time I've got some deep sea exploration to do. The jelly shroom caves will be returned to very soon, very soon. So make sure to subscribe if you want to see that. And thank you for watching.